Have you ever wondered where your spiritual journey is leading you? A thought-provoking question, isn't it? Each of us embarks on this journey, a spiritual voyage of sorts, at some point in our lives. It's a path of self-discovery, of seeking, and of connecting with something much larger than ourselves. For those who follow the teachings of Christ, this spiritual voyage is a quest to deepen our relationship with Him. It's about striving to understand His teachings, to live by them, and to embody the love and compassion that He exemplified. But let's not sugarcoat it. This journey isn't always easy. There can be rough seas, storms that threaten to capsize our little boat. Doubts may creep in, fears may assail us. But remember, it's in these moments of struggle that we often grow the most. It's through these trials that we learn to lean on Christ, to find strength in His love, and to discover the peace that surpasses all understanding. Meet John, a former high-flying business executive who discovered something more fulfilling than worldly success. John was like many of us, caught up in the hustle and bustle of a fast-paced career. He had the corner office, the luxury car, the trappings of success. But beneath the surface, John was a man searching for something more meaningful. He was hungry for a purpose that couldn't be fulfilled by mere material possessions. John's journey began with a question, a seed of doubt that took root in his heart. He started to ask himself, is this all there is? He had reached the pinnacle of his career, but something was missing. Then, John discovered Christ. It wasn't an overnight transformation. It was a journey filled with challenges and doubts. There were moments when he questioned his decision, when he felt the pull of his old life. But through prayer and perseverance, John found peace in his new path. John's life changed dramatically. He traded his business suit for a life of service, his corner office for a community of believers. His days were no longer driven by profit margins, but by the teachings of Christ. He found fulfillment not in worldly success, but in the love and grace of God. John's story is a testament to the transformative power of faith in Christ. He found peace, purpose, and fulfillment in a path that many might consider unconventional. But for John, it was the path to true happiness and contentment. Sarah, a young woman who felt lost in the world, found her way back home through Christ. Let me share her story. Sarah started off like many of us do, navigating life's twists and turns, often feeling adrift in a sea of uncertainty. The world seemed to be a labyrinth of confusion, and she felt like she was just going through the motions. The spark she once had seemed to fade away, replaced by a dull monotone of existence. Then came the turning point. Sarah found Christ. It wasn't a sudden, dramatic event, but rather a gradual awakening. It was like the dawn breaking after a long, dark night. She felt a sense of peace washing over her, a tranquility she hadn't known before. As Sarah started following Christ, she began to see the world in a new light. She found a purpose that gave her life a new direction. She discovered a sense of belonging, of being loved unconditionally. The confusion and despair that once consumed her gave way to clarity and hope. Sarah's life has since transformed. She no longer feels lost, but rather found. She has a renewed zest for life, a joy that radiates from within. She has left behind the shallow promises of the world, choosing instead to follow the path that Christ has laid out for her. Sarah's transformation illustrates the healing power of Christ's love. It is a testament to the profound change that can occur when one decides to leave the world and follow Christ. The path to Christ is not always easy, but the rewards are beyond measure. Like embarking on a long hike, the journey to Christ can be steep and challenging. It requires us to shed our worldly burdens and to step out of our comfort zones. There may be moments of self-doubt and hesitation. We may stumble, we may fall, but every step taken is a step closer to Christ. Yet the beauty of this journey is that we are not alone. We are joined by a community of believers who are also on this spiritual voyage. We share in each other's triumphs and uplift one another during times of hardship. This sense of unity, this shared purpose, is one of the many rewards that await us on this path. Reflect for a moment on your own spiritual journey. Have you ever felt a void that worldly possessions and achievements couldn't fill? Have you ever yearned for a sense of purpose that goes beyond the physical realm? These feelings, these questions are not uncommon. They are, in fact, an invitation, a call to seek something greater, something more fulfilling. Michael, once a skeptic, now stands as a beacon of faith. Meet Michael, a man who once questioned every aspect of Christianity. A staunch skeptic, he lived his life under a cloud of doubt, unconvinced by the teachings of the Bible. But then, something extraordinary happened that turned his world upside down. Michael's journey to faith was not a swift one. It was a gradual process, a series of unexpected encounters that chipped away at his skepticism. He started noticing the little miracles in everyday life, the serendipities that were too precise to be mere coincidence. He felt an inexplicable peace in moments of prayer, a warmth that he could not attribute to anything else but a divine presence. But what really cemented his faith was a life-changing event. A near-death experience shook him to his core, and in those moments on the edge of life and death, Michael felt an undeniable presence. He was not alone. He felt the comforting embrace of Christ, a beacon of light in his darkest hour. From that day forward, Michael's life was transformed. His skepticism turned into a fervent faith, his doubts into an unwavering belief. He is now an active member of his local church, sharing his testimony and inspiring others with his story of reinvention. Michael's story is proof that it's never too late to turn to Christ. Faith in Christ can transform lives and guide us towards a path of fulfillment and peace. Imagine for a moment a world where each of us is driven by faith. Faith is an extraordinary force, often unseen yet deeply felt. It's the anchor in the storm, the lighthouse in the night, the compass that directs us when we lose our way. It's the certainty of what we hope for and the assurance of what we do not see. Now picture faith in Christ as the source of that force. Its transformative power is nothing short of miraculous. It's not just about believing in something, it's about a shift in perspective, a change in how we view our lives and the world around us. It's about finding meaning, purpose, and direction. Are you ready to embark on the most rewarding journey of your life? This voyage isn't about packing bags, booking flights, or even stepping out of your front door. It's a journey of the heart, a spiritual adventure that unfolds within the depths of your soul. This is an invitation to a voyage that promises more than scenic vistas or exotic locales. It's a journey towards love, peace, and divine connection. There's a path laid out for each of us, a unique spiritual journey that's been waiting for our first step. It doesn't matter how old you are, where you're from, or what you've done in the past. It doesn't matter if you felt lost, lonely, or confused. It doesn't matter if you've been sitting on the fence, lukewarm in your faith. The beauty of this journey is that it's never too late to start. We've shared some powerful stories today, and we hope they've inspired you. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've covered. We embarked on this spiritual voyage together, where we explored the transformative power of faith and the liberating journey towards Christ. We delved into personal testimonies from John, Sarah, and Michael, each of them sharing their unique experiences and the remarkable changes they've seen in their lives through their faith in Christ. John's discovery was a testament to the fact that no matter how lost we may feel, there is always a guiding light. And for John, that light was Christ. He found solace and guidance in his faith, a beacon in his darkest times. Sarah's awakening, on the other hand, emphasized the power of Christ's love. She discovered the warmth and acceptance she had been yearning for in her faith, which ultimately led to her spiritual awakening. Michael's reinvention is a story of redemption and change. Through his faith in Christ, he transformed his life, proving that it's never too late to turn a new leaf. In the Call to Christ, we discussed the profound peace and fulfillment that comes from following him. We explored the power of faith, its potential to heal, and its ability to provide a sense of purpose and direction in life. The power of faith isn't just about believing in miracles. It's also about finding strength in times of adversity and hope when all seems lost. We extended an invitation to you all to embark on this spiritual journey, a journey that promises growth, healing, and a deeper understanding of oneself and the world around us. It's a journey that isn't always easy, but is undeniably rewarding. In all these stories and discussions, one thing remains clear. Faith in Christ can be transformative. It can bring about a peace that surpasses all understanding, a sense of fulfillment that is unrivaled, and a love that is unconditional. The journey towards Christ is a personal one, unique to each individual. It's not about following a set of rules or fitting into a certain mold. It's about discovering your path, your purpose, and your place in this vast universe. Remember, your spiritual journey is your own, but know this: Christ is waiting with open arms.